What is up, guys? My name's Lapo, and this is... the f***? So the year is 2019, and the Nintendo Switch is absolutely dominating both hardware and software sales charts. And what does that mean? Well, that means that, it's been having a few good years, yeah. 2018 was filled with reveals and teases for what this year has to come, and I'm super excited to talk about these things, like what's next. Because everybody wants to know, what's next? I don't know. Don't ask me. To be honest, the Switch has more titles this year coming up that I'm super excited about than last year in its entirety. I mean, it had some good games, and like Kirby and Let's Go, and the tennis one. But to be honest, those weren't really for me. I had Smash Bros, and that was pretty much it for 2018 for me. To be honest, I'm just being real. You guys probably had some awesome games. You guys were super excited about. That's awesome. I didn't. But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have more fun this year, and that's okay. But first, let's talk about some rules, because you guys gotta know where my mind's working from. You gotta know how it operates. Number 1, the game has to be slated for 2019. It doesn't have to have a solid release date, but it has to be coming out by the end of December. Number 2, it has to be an original title. So no remakes or remasters. And this is actually for the better, because if it wasn't for this rule, my entire list would be taken up by Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. They made a young man so happy that day. Number 3, lastly, the game has to be coming to the West. Look, as much as I enjoy having region-free, games, that's really nice and all, I don't speak Japanese. Anyway, let's go. Mortal Kombat 11. Look, I love me some fighting games, I love me some unbridled violence, and I love me some bad grammar. Wow. Mortal Kombat 11 was announced at the Video Game Awards to shock and awe. It's every bit as violent and intense as I remember 10 being. The tone has also seemed to shift a little bit as the story progresses, which if you follow the Mortal Kombat, lore and canon, it's actually really deep. Like there's a lot that goes into it. Like people die, people come back to life, and they die again, but then they come back to life. It's just crazy. I remember Johnny Cage, Sonya, and Cassie being at the center of the storyline, and I really liked that they gave, the story to a character that no one really cared all that much about, and it really made me care and main him. I love Johnny Cage. Now. After the announcement, people were really surprised and excited to hear that the game was coming to the Switch. And these games haven't been on Nintendo consoles since Ultimate Mortal Kombat on the Nintendo DS, forever ago, something like that. I don't know. Needless to say, I'm pumped for this one. I'm super excited to hear more details. I want to know about the Switch features, because I'm going to be playing this game and ripping people's spines out of their bodies from the comfort of my couch, and that's what it's all about. That's why we do this thing. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Fire Emblem has been a bit of a mixed bag for me, and I mean that in the most respectful way I can. While I think the gameplay makes for an amazing time, it's oftentimes what the plots usually lose me, and the reason why is I have a feeling that some things are lost in translation here. I don't think that the translation teams are usually on their A game here, and not because there's grammatical errors or things like that. It's just certain plot points don't sync up well. If you know anything about time travel and Fire Emblem Awakening, that was a mess. But this one looks like it's going to be an interesting change. I mean, there's Overworld, which is huge. It's a huge change for the series, because it didn't used to work like it used to be, match to match to match to match or whatever, and and that was nice. If you like tactical RPGs, Fire Emblem is perfect for you. If you really it's from the same people who made Advance Wars, and if you like Advance Wars, I really suggest checking this out. It's a lot of fun. I will say though, it's not for everyone. It is not for everyone, but those who enjoy those games tend to enjoy them very much. And I mean, this means that Smash is probably going to have another sword fighter coming up, and that's what they need. A game centered around weapon triangles, about swords, axes, lances, all that good stuff, and you have 7 representatives with swords. Number 3, Town. Did you know that Game Freak can make games other than Pokemon? Because I didn't. It's so weird to see them spreading their wings like this. Honestly, I really didn't think they had it in them. It's actually really cool to see. I saw the game, and to be honest, they have a huge reputation for quality. When you look at their work, you know that it's going to be solid gameplay wise. It's going to look very interesting, at least for what the medium is. And I'm actually excited to see how this plays out. I think that turn-based was a little safe for them. I think I think they should have evolved past this now, but not necessarily because like turn-based is bad. I think turn-based is fine. It just looks a little too reminiscent of their previous work, and I think that's gonna turn a few people off. And the main reason why is because it looks so much like Level 5's games. And if you know anything about Level 5, they're the people who make, you know, like Ni no Kuni, and they've evolved how turn-based games can work with action and that kind of thing there. And when a game looks so reminiscent to someone else's work, and then you find out that it's like regressed a little bit, I don't know. I think that hurts a little bit, but like I said, it still looks really exciting to me because like I have no problem with turn-based games. I love Game Freak and I love Level 5, and it looks so much like Level 5's work. It's actually really weird. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I love the prospect of core Nintendo companies doing other things. Number 2, Away, Journey to the Unexpected. This one's more of a personal piece, mainly because just look at this. What the hell is this game? What is this? It's so beautiful. So strange. Like honestly, I love the design of this game. It's like 3D mixed with 2D, and that what? Everything about this game's visuals makes me super happy. I mean, from like the bob that everything seems to have, and the gameplay mechanics, it looks like it's gonna be like a really sick RPG, but like it's also, you're not like the hero of this game. It looks like it has like the humor of Earthbound with the design choices of like it'll do, and it's just weird. It's so strange, and everything about this game makes me want to play it. Every time I see the gameplay for it, I want to play it. Either way, I think a lot of people are sleeping on this one. Definitely check it out when it drops. Go watch the gameplay trailer. It's just, And lastly, Pokemon Whatever. This one I thought we'd see a little earlier into the Switch's lifetime, to be honest, and we got Let's Go. And I'm not going to spend too much time talking about whether or not that's a mainline game. It just seems to drive a divide. The fact of the matter is that this game is bringing us a new Pokemon game. They've talked about it, they said we're going to get it, and we're going to get it. I believe them. And since we've seen nothing of the new title, we can really let our imaginations run wild here. And to be honest, I think it's gonna be both better in some regards than people think it is, and not nearly as advanced as people think it is. Like, I don't think it's gonna look as good as people think it's gonna look, but I think it's gonna play better. Like, I think there's gonna be enough gameplay changes and mechanics that are gonna bring it more into modern times. Like, just give me the camera. I just want to be able to move the camera around. Like, we were so close with Sun and Moon. Just let me turn it. I don't understand. Like, what were they allowed? Like, were they afraid to let me see anything? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. But fixed perspectives are a thing of the past. But yeah, this could really go places we've never seen before. We get to see Pokemon in HD. That's awesome. So excited for that prospect. No matter what it is though, I mean, this game is going to sell insanely well. I really do think it's gonna, I think it's gonna crush Let's Go. I think it's gonna beat Smash Bros. I think it's gonna destroy all opposition, really. Like, if they, as long as they put out like a solid Pokemon game, even if it's like really similar to Sun and Moon, I'm telling you, it's going to destroy. And that, I mean, I can say that confidently. I really can. I think it's gonna be a really monstrous game. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. What games are you excited for on the Switch? Doesn't even have to be on the Switch. What games are you excited for? Are you looking for The Last of Us on the PlayStation? You got yourself a PlayStation? I'm looking forward to The Last of Us too. I like the first one a lot. I really did. Doesn't matter. I have all the consoles. I have all of them. And if there's a game you think I really missed, like you think deserves to be on this list, let me know that too. I love being proved wrong. Show me. All right. Thanks for watching. Stay perfect.